Okay, so we've got our baking soda, we've got our lemons, and I've got honey here as well, because if, like me, you have quite dry skin, it can be really useful to have the honey in there as well, because that's going to help remove the sort of abrasive nature and the acidity of both the lemons and the baking soda. So in terms of proportions, it's really easy. You can just do sort of 1 and 1. So we're going to go for a good teaspoon there. And you can weigh it out if you want to. Personally, I'm more of a just squeeze and see. And it will fizz, that's perfectly normal. Just give it a little wash around, and you're aiming to make a paste. So for me, I'm going to add a little bit more of the baking soda. Yeah, so it's coming together a bit more as a paste. So you can see that there. So when I do put it on my fingertips, which is where it'll go when it goes on my face, you can see it kind of spreads, and it'll feel grainy, but it won't feel sort of unpleasant in any way. So you can literally stick that on your skin. I do sometimes when I'm getting really oily, or if you do have issues with your skin being too dry, or maybe it's winter time, then I would also add in the honey. So I do mine as equal parts, personal preference, but feel free to play around with it a bit. It's a really easy recipe. So again, this is going to make it a little sticky, a bit runnier. So for that you might need a more of a paintbrush to gloop it on your face. So again, it's still, you can still feel the grains in there, but it's gone a little bit less. So just going to flip my camera around so you can see me putting it on. Okay, so I'm sort of fresh out of the shower, so I've already cleansed my skin, but I haven't exfoliated it yet. As you can see, it's quite runny, but it won't matter too much for putting it on. And honestly, just slap it on. So slight circles because you want to exfoliate as you go. Now I've had some breakouts recently just along here, so the lemon's going to help with that because it's going to help with cleansing. It's a natural astringent, so all of that sort of oil will come out. This will be nicely complemented by the honey, because the honey is very nurturing and nourishing, but also helps with removing oils a little bit more gently. The bicarbonate of soda is the bit that's going to really exfoliate, because you'll feel the slight grains in it. So you're just popping it on, slapping it on really where it worked, all the way around. Now I've still got quite a lot left over, so that probably would have made enough for 2 people or 2 applications, depending on how you do it. Yeah, so you can see my skin's all covered with it, very attractive. And just going to leave that on for a good sort of 10 minutes or so while it dries and really starts to suck everything out. If you're finding that the lemon is too acidic for you and it is actually starting to make your skin uncomfortable, wash it off straight away, put some moisturizer on or something a bit calming, and you'll sort yourself out. It should be absolutely fine. Obviously, if you have a citrus allergy, please don't use this. But apart from that, it is going to feel a little tight because that's the way that these sorts of exfoliating and cleansing masks work. But I'll see you in 10 minutes and we'll have a go. So while I started cleaning up, I realised I still have a lot of lemon left, and there was this little chunk of honey, and you know, why waste it? So I'm gonna pop my honey in, squeeze a lemon, minding the pips, and have a little cleanse, hot water. Put a bit more lemon in there, I think. loads of this lemon left. It's gorgeous. Love hot lemon. And just still got honey on there, so just use that to spin it round, stir it round even. And got myself a nice honey drink as well. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes now and I'm enjoying my lemon and honey, which is really refreshing. You can see that it's started to dry. It's a bit more, I suppose, tacky than it would be if it didn't have the honey in it, but that's because obviously the honey is reacting to make it sort of into a more sticky consistency, whereas it would be a bit more drying if you didn't add the honey. So it feels quite nice on my skin. It feels tight but not uncomfortable, which is usually the way that masks should start to feel. Obviously if they feel itchy or uncomfortable, then take it off as soon as you start to feel your skin irritating. But this, it just feels quite nice and tight and taut, as if my pores are all squeezing together, which is quite nice. And now it's just a case of washing it off with a wet cloth. Warm water, it will be the best one because of the honey, just to get it off. And if you use circular motions so that you can get the best out of that soda, then that's going to help you as well. Okay, so it's all washed off now. It's really soft. Definitely all those sort of like bobbly bits have gone. I think my breakouts are feeling quite comfortable, because you know sometimes when you get those spots they feel a bit bobbly and it's almost like you've got some kind of mountain range on your skin. So this has sort of wiped them off. It feels really nice and I can feel that the skin feels tighter but not so tight, like it's really that horrible dehydrated feeling. So for me, when I take off a mask, I tend to put a hot flannel in hot water, rinse it out, put the whole thing to cover my face to allow that to get some hydration, to allow it to break up a little bit, especially if you've got a clay-based mask or something that is more drying. It helps you just to move it off, and so you're not like scrubbing, because that's going to irritate your skin as well. Circular motions, and then again just a good wipe off, splash with hot water, splash with cold water. This closes the pores afterwards, because obviously once you've opened them anything can get in, which is not ideal. And there you go, finish with your favourite toner and moisturiser, and I hope you enjoy it. One of the best things about this particular face mask or exfoliating technique is it's super cheap. So to get a pot of bicarbonate of soda, like a decent sized one, you're looking at maybe £1 to £1.50 depending on which brand you use. I use just the local supermarket one. Of that, you're going to be using 1, maybe 2 teaspoons. So break that down. It's a matter of pennies, really. 1 lemon, which we used half of today. Well, not even half of. You could have got away with less because there's still loads in there. 1 lemon was 35p. So again, you're looking at 17 pence, possibly even 15 pence if you break it down a little bit more, as I did. The honey, that particular honey was from a local beekeeping charity, which is wonderful. But any honey would do fine. Your favourite honey is good. Obviously, organic honeys or local honeys, it's good to support your local beekeepers, because the bees are really important. But you're using a teaspoon, so again, that would have cost a matter of pennies. So if you're only using the lemon and the bicarbonate, 20p maybe a go. If you're using the honey on top, it probably moves it up to about 30-40 pence. So it's really helpful, it works really nicely, it's completely natural, and it's super cheap. So all in all, it's great.